Hello, this is Dan Earhart with the rest of the news on a stormy Monday morning down in Texas, where South by Southwest is so last week. And our Friday report here of hundreds of thousands of bands playing in Austin perhaps was exaggerated. Today's Washington Post says 2,000 bands played at South by, with spandexed women in pickup truck beds chucking energy bars to pedestrians who weren't hungry. Says it's all gone commercial, but the music is still real. Bands came from all over the world, yes, even including China. Did anybody play Stormy Monday? Might have. The original in A-flat by T-Bone Walker came out in 1947. You know, Tuesday's just as bad, Wednesday's worse, Thursday's sad, the eagle flies on Friday, Saturday out to play, then Sunday go to church, kneel down and pray, Lord have mercy on me. And so they did yesterday. The Obamas, unannounced and unexpected, showed up for church. Just 5 minutes before services began at St. John's Episcopal. That's the church they've attended more than any other in D.C. And they got a guest minister, a retired reverend who was just filling in over St. Patrick's weekend, who spoke about the song Amazing Grace, published in 1779, written by a former slave trader. St. Patrick's Saturday afternoon, President Obama was doing the Irish thing, knocking back a pint of Guinness at Dubliner's pub. It is a stormy Monday, and Tuesday will be just as bad, save for one big difference. It will be spring up here after the equinox overnight. Today is the last day of what we might call winter. It's headed down under for a while. A Facebook friend in Sydney follows Bob Dylan closely, and she was sure enough first this morning, which was already tonight there, with news that it was today, 50 years ago in 1962, that Dylan released his very first album, self-titled. That was right after he was signed to Columbia by John Hammond Sr. The album didn't sell well. Wikipedia says only 2,500 copies, but it seems to have worked out okay. A meme circulating on Facebook this weekend shows Superman dressed as mild-mannered newspaper reporter Clark Kent staring worriedly at a computer monitor of his timeline page after he was accidentally outed by wife Martha. Clark, honey, when you come back from Saturn, can you pick up some milk? While a timeline photo shows him lifting the front end of a car as a toddler. 5,789,524 people like this, and Batman's one of them. And the director of the CIA, David Petraeus, likes Timeline too. Turns out, Timeline makes it very easy for the spy agency to backdate an operative's past, to forge an identity, and create a person that's never existed, or make one that has disappear. And here's more news from the director, who has spoken of an Internet of things in your house that are online, and he boasts, will spy on you through your dishwasher. Barack Obama has his timeline on Facebook, but it doesn't go back to 1961 when he was born in Kenya or Hawaii, depending on your party affiliation. It does, however, have a posting of the new 17-minute docu-Uganda called The Road We've Traveled, which is also linked on the rest of the news page. It's an interesting, professional, well-done piece of salesmanship with lots of lonely shots of the president at sundown looking out the Oval Office window just as he makes the fateful decision which fortunately saves the world and life on Earth as we know it just in the nick of time, kind of like Superman. It's appearing less and less likely, though, that the neatly planned 2014 exit from Afghanistan will follow the script. A quick rewrite is in order. One of those retired generals who pontificate on the TV network said over the weekend, our withdrawal could begin in weeks. Here's a guy in the Denver suburb of Lafayette who got a ticket because, well, he put his cat on a leash and then went to the jogging trail for a run, but the cat wasn't thrilled with the plan, so the fellow secured the cat's leash to a rock so he could finish his run. Well, a city ordinance prohibits tethering of cats, and the guy had a mighty mad cat on his hands to boot. So, see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. This is Dan Earhart on iTunes and at therestofthenews.com.